What is the meaning of the verb get up, to?
When you move to a higher level or place, or from south to north. You get up or get up to that level or place. Get down is the opposite of get up. Go up is similar to get up. Tom, your brother is in the basement. Please go tell him to get right up here and start doing his homework.
What is the meaning of the verb get to?
When you get to do something, you are allowed to do it or are able to do it. Timmy was excited because he got to ride a pony.
What is the meaning of the verb move inland to?
When you move people in or move them into a place. You bring their furniture and other personal possessions into a place where they will live. When you move things in or move them into a place, you take them in. Move out is the opposite of move inland to. Moving all this furniture into a fifth-floor apartment isn't going to be easy.
What is the meaning of the verb hit on?
When you think of an interesting idea or a solution to a problem, you hit on it. After 2 years of tests, they finally hit on the solution.
What is the meaning of the verb get together informal?
When you get yourself together, or get it together. You gain control of your emotions after you have become upset or emotional. Hey, get yourself together. Everyone is watching you.
What is the meaning of the verb work out?
When you work out a solution or plan, you decide what to do after careful consideration. Either alone or in discussion with other people. The opposing lawyers worked out a compromise.
What is the meaning of the verb stand up?
When you stand up, you change from a sitting position to a standing position. Get up is similar to stand up. Everyone stands up when the judge enters the courtroom.
What is the meaning of the verb come out, for in favor of I against?
When people with authority and influence come out for or come out in favor of people or things. They publicly announce support for them. When people with authority and influence come out against people or things. They publicly announce opposition to them. We were surprised when the mayor came out for legalizing gambling.
What is the meaning of the verb gross out informal?
When something grosses you out, it upsets you or makes you sick because you think it is disgusting. You had to dissect a cadaver in your biology class. Yuck, that would have really grossed me out.
What is the meaning of the verb cut down in formal always separated?
When you cut people down to size, you do or say something to make them feel less important or less powerful. Hank thinks he's such a tough guy. Someone ought to cut him down to size.
What is the meaning of the verb take back, to?
When something reminds you of a place where you were in the past or of something you experienced in the past. It takes you back or takes you back to a time in the past. My grandfather found his old uniform in the attic. And he said it took him back to when he was stationed in England during the war.
What is the meaning of the verb breakthrough?
When you cannot do something because of a problem and you find a way to solve or eliminate the problem, you break through. It took 3 days of negotiation, but we finally broke through the deadlock.
What is the meaning of the verb check in?
When you give your luggage to an airline agent so that it will be carried in. The baggage compartment rather than the passenger compartment, you check it in. That bag is too big for carry-on, you'll have to check it in.
What is the meaning of the verb clear out?
When people clear out or clear out of a place or they are cleared out of a place, they leave it. Clear out. This is private property.
What is the meaning of the verb screw up in formal?
When you damage something or do something wrong or badly, you screw up or you screw up what you are doing. I tried to fix my computer, but I couldn't do it, and I just screwed it up instead.
What is the meaning of the verb stand for?
When people or objects support, represent, or are identified with ideas. Values, or beliefs, they stand for them. This flag stands for freedom. He was a great man who stood for equal rights and opportunity for all people.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When a book, magazine, newspaper, or musical recording is published or issued, it is put out. Frank Sinatra put out several classic recordings in the 1950s.
What is the meaning of the verb get along with?
When you get along with people, you have peaceful, harmonious relations with them. Get on is similar to get along. I haven't gotten along with my neighbors for years.
What is the meaning of the verb come on always continuous?
When you begin to feel a headache or an illness developing, you feel the headache or illness coming on. I feel a headache coming on. Do you have any aspirin?
What is the meaning of the verb mess up in formal?
When you mess up a place, you make it dirty or disorganized. Jim made spaghetti sauce, and he really messed up the kitchen.
What is the meaning of the verb? Get out of?
If an activity gives you pleasure, satisfaction, or some other benefit. You get pleasure, satisfaction, or some other benefit out of it. The judge didn't get any pleasure out of imposing such a harsh penalty.
What is the meaning of the verb talk out of?
When you talk people out of something or talk people out of doing something, you persuade them not to do it. That man was going to jump off the building, but the police officer talked him out of it.
What is the meaning of the verb watch out for?
When you watch out or watch out for something. You remain alert for someone or something that is dangerous or important. When you tell people to watch out or watch out for something. You are warning them of possible danger. Watch out is the same as look out. Karen said she would meet us here at 12 o'clock, so watch out for her.
What is the meaning of the verb pick up p? V.
When you pick up a skill, you learn it easily. My son is picking some bad habits up from his friends.
What is the meaning of the verb get through, to?
When you get through or get through to someone. You make that person understand your opinion or point of view. What do I have to do to get through to you?
What is the meaning of the verb turn on informal?
Something that turns you on, pleases you, and causes you to gain interest in something or someone. Something about a person of the opposite sex that turns you on, causes. You to become sexually or romantically interested in that person. Turn off is the opposite of turn on. Eric's blue eyes turn on his wife.
What is the meaning of the verb let off?
When you let someone off a bus or other form of transportation, you stop it so that person can leave it. The driver let her off at the corner. That's my house there. Can you let me off, please?
What is the meaning of the verb stay up?
When you stay up, you go to bed later than you normally do. Judy's tired because she stayed up until dawn studying for a chemistry test.
What is the meaning of the verb lock out?
When a business locks out workers, the workers are prohibited from working by the business management. When the owners heard talk of a strike, they locked the employees out.
What is the meaning of the verb cover up?
When you cover up a crime, you do something to try to prevent other people from learning of it. There's no point in trying to cover up the crime. Too many people already know about it.
What is the meaning of the verb put inland to?
When you put money in or put money into a bank or an account at a bank, you deposit the money. Put inland to is the opposite of take out. I'm going to the bank today. How much money do you think I should put in?
What is the meaning of the verb burn out?
When people are forced to leave their home or some other shelter or hiding place because of fire or fire damage, they are burned out. Seven families were burned out of their homes by the huge fire.
What is the meaning of the verb go off?
When a road, trail, path, and so on, goes off, it leaves the main road. Trail, or path, and goes in a different direction. This trail that goes off to the left will take you to the campground.
What is the meaning of the verb get off on informal?
When you get off on something or get off on doing something, you find it enjoyable and exciting. Mountain climbing is what I get off on.
What is the meaning of the verb warm up?
When you allow a mechanical device to run for a short time before being used, you warm it up. When a mechanical device runs for a short time before being used, it warms up. In the winter I always let my car warm up while I eat breakfast.
What is the meaning of the verb do over?
When you do something over, you do it again in order to improve it or to correct mistakes. This is all wrong, it'll have to be done over.
What is the meaning of the verb stand for?
When abbreviations, acronyms, or symbols represent longer words or groups of words, they stand for them. SCUBA stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
What is the meaning of the verb come over?
When people cross a river or cross the ocean from east to west or west to east, they come over. My grandparents came over from Sweden in 1904.
What is the meaning of the verb move out, of?
When you move out or move out of a place. You take your furniture and other personal possessions out of a place where you lived. Move inland to is the opposite of move out. Could you help me move out? I have to be out by the end of the month.
What is the meaning of the verb leave off?
When you do not include people or things on a list, either accidentally or deliberately, you leave them off. After what happened at the last party, Dan wasn't surprised that he was left off the guest list.
What is the meaning of the verb go by?
When a period of time goes by, it passes. As time went by, Betty moved up in the company until she was the head of the finance department.
What is the meaning of the verb stay out?
When you stay out, you do not return to your house. Do you let your kids stay out past 7 o'clock?
What is the meaning of the verb go down, to?
When the sun goes below the horizon, it goes down. After the sun goes down, it'll get a little cooler.
What is the meaning of the verb cool off?
When the temperature of a thing or place becomes lower, it cools off. This is too hot, I'll eat it after it cools off.
What is the meaning of the verb run down?
When vehicles or people driving vehicles hit and injure or kill someone, they run that person down. Ali was arrested after he ran 3 people down.
What is the meaning of the verb go over?
When an idea, suggestion, or performance is accepted and liked by other people, it goes over. Senator Doolittle's plan to raise taxes didn't go over with the voters.
What is the meaning of the verb hold up?
When a wall, column, or other structure supports the weight of something above it. Such as a ceiling, it holds it up. The workers were killed when they removed a column holding the roof up.
What is the meaning of the verb break down?
When you reduce a process, situation, problem, plan. Or idea to its basic parts to make it easier to understand, you break it down. If you break the manufacturing process down into steps, it's easier to train new workers.
What is the meaning of the verb show up?
When something appears or becomes visible, it shows up. The spots won't show up until the last stages of the disease.
What is the meaning of the verb throw up?
When something causes small particles of dirt, dust, or a liquid to rise into the air, it throws them up. Be careful with that chainsaw, it'll throw sawdust up in your eyes.
What is the meaning of the verb come down?
When you move to a lower level socially or financially and receive less. Respect from other people because of this change, you come down in life. Hank certainly has come down in life. He lost his job, house, and family because of his gambling problem.
What is the meaning of the verb get inland to?
When you get something in or get something into a place, building, room, container. Enclosure, and so on, you get the object inside even though it is difficult. The shoes are too small, I can't get my feet in.
What is the meaning of the verb go with?
When two things are part of one unit or set or are meant to be with each other, they go with each other. One of the fringe benefits of that job was the car that went with it. You can't buy the cup without the saucer that goes with it.
What is the meaning of the verb head toward?
When you head toward a certain location, you move toward it. When you say that you are headed toward or are heading toward a certain location. You mean that you are planning to go there or that you are going there but have interrupted your journey and will resume it. Head for is the same as head toward. I'm heading toward Portland. Where are you going?
What is the meaning of the verb come on?
When you come on a certain way, you speak or deal with people in that way. Bob comes on kind of arrogant, but he's actually a nice guy.
What is the meaning of the verb end up?
When people end up doing something or end up a certain way. It is the result of a series of decisions, actions, or unplanned and unexpected occurrences. End up is similar to wind up. A hurricane was approaching Florida, so we ended up coming home from our vacation early.
What is the meaning of the verb lock up?
When you lock all the doors and windows of a building, you lock it up. We locked our house up before we went on vacation.
What is the meaning of the verb set up informal?
When you commit a crime but make it appear that another. Innocent person is guilty of the crime, you set the innocent person up. Joe robbed the bank and tried to set me up by leaving some of the stolen money in my apartment and then telling the police about it. The detective didn't believe me when I told him I was set up.
What is the meaning of the verb come back?
When people, organizations, companies, or athletes overcome difficulties and become successful again, they come back. Senator Doolittle lost in 1988, but he came back to win in 1994.
What is the meaning of the verb plug inland to?
When you connect an electrical device to an electrical outlet, you plug it in or plug it into the outlet. When you connect any cord or cable to a socket designed to receive it. You plug it in or plug it into the socket. This phone isn't broken, you just forgot to plug the phone cord in.
What is the meaning of the verb stick with?
When you stick with something that you use, you continue to use it. My wife wants me to switch to decaffeinated coffee, but I'm going to stick with regular.
What is the meaning of the verb trade in?
When you give an old car or other piece of expensive equipment to someone you are buying a new car or piece of equipment from in order to get a lower price, you trade the old car or piece of equipment in. We'll get a good price on our new photocopier if we trade in our old one.
What is the meaning of the verb turn on in formal?
Something that turns you on, pleases you, and causes you to gain interest in something or someone. Something about a person of the opposite sex that turns you on, causes you to become sexually or romantically interested in that person. Turn off is the opposite of turn on. When I saw this house from the outside, I didn't think I would buy it. But the beautiful woodwork inside really turned me on. When I saw this house from the outside, I didn't think I would buy it. But the beautiful woodwork inside really turned me on.
What is the meaning of the verb look at?
When you think a certain way or have an opinion about something, that is the way you look at it. What should be done about this situation depends on how you look at it.
What is the meaning of the verb clean out?
When you clean something out, you clean the inside completely so that no dirt, dust, trash, and so on, remains inside. We clean out our garage every spring.
What is the meaning of the verb back up?
When you support people in a conflict or a confrontation, you back them up. When you support people by doing some work or a difficult assignment, you back them up. The general backed up his threats with 400,000 soldiers.
What is the meaning of the verb let inland to?
When you let people or things in or let people or things into a place, building, room, and so on. You allow them to enter by giving them permission to enter or by opening a door, gate, and so on. The guard wouldn't let me into the stadium because I had forgotten my ticket.
What is the meaning of the verb blow up, attiver, informal?
When you blow up at someone, you suddenly become very angry. When you blow up over something, you suddenly become very angry because of it. Dad blew up over the increase in our property taxes.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When you put out your hand, arm, foot, or leg, you extend it front of your body. Mike put out his leg and tripped me.
What is the meaning of the verb settle down?
When people settle down, they start to live a less active life and perhaps get married. Buy a house, and start a family. Mike led a pretty wild life when he was in his early 20s. But he got married when he was 29 and settled down.
What is the meaning of the verb hold up?
When a plan, idea, or agreement is still believed in or respected after a period of time, it has held up. Einstein's theories have held up despite occasional challenges.
What is the meaning of the verb care for?
When you care for children or people who are old or sick. You provide them with the food or medicine they need, or you do things to help them. When you care for machines or buildings, you keep them in good condition. John has been caring for his 83-year-old mother since her stroke.
What is the meaning of the verb get back at?
When you get back at people, you do something bad to them because they have done something bad to you. John won't forget what you did to him. He'll definitely get back at you someday.
What is the meaning of the verb lock in?
When you lock in an interest rate, price, time slot, and so on. You make it definite so that it will not change in the future. If you want to use the condo at the beach this weekend, you need to pay a deposit to lock it in.
What is the meaning of the verb stand around?
When you stand around, you stand in a place wasting time and not doing anything useful. I have all this work to do, and you guys just stand around watching me. The manager told them to stop standing around and get to work.
What is the meaning of the verb? Look at informal always continuous.
When you say that people are looking at an amount of money or a length of time. You mean that this is how much they think something will cost or how long something will take. That was a serious injury.
What is the meaning of the verb come on?
When you want to encourage people to do something or when you want them to do something quickly, you say come on. Come on. I can't wait all day.
What is the meaning of the verb run out?
When something is completely used, consumed, or sold, it runs out. My brother is too lazy to look for a job. He asks me for money, and when the money runs out he comes back for more.
What is the meaning of the verb fill up?
When a room or other area fills up, people enter it until it is full. The hotels in Rio de Janeiro always fill up at carnival time.
What is the meaning of the verb get out of?
When you get out of something or get out of doing something you must do but do not want to do. You find a way to avoid it. The boss wants me to work a double shift, but I'll get out of it.
What is the meaning of the verb run down, to?
When you move quickly to a lower level or place, you run down or run down to that place. Mike was running down the stairs when he fell and broke his leg.
What is the meaning of the verb run around?
When you run around a place, you run to various parts of it. The cat ran around the room chasing the mouse.
What is the meaning of the verb come from?
When you come from a place, you were born there or lived there previously. When you come from a family or a social situation. Your past experience helps to explain your present attitudes and behavior. Mike comes from Alaska, so he's used to cold weather.
What is the meaning of the verb think about?
When you think about something or think about doing something, you consider it before making a decision. The salesman tried to get me to sign the contract, but I said I'd think about it.
What is the meaning of the verb shake up?
When something upsets, shocks, or frightens you badly, it shakes you up. Seeing all those dead bodies sure shook me up.
What is the meaning of the verb find out? Not usually separated. The object can be a noun. A noun clause, or a complete sentence.
When you find out information or a fact, you learn or become aware of that information or fact. I tried to get the information, but I couldn't find it out.
What is the meaning of the verb get in?
When a store gets something in, it receives a delivery of something that it will offer for sale. Karen asked the sales clerk when the store was going to get some summer dresses in.
What is the meaning of the verb knock off informal?
When you say knock it off to people, you want them to stop doing something that is bothering you. If you don't knock it off, you'll be sorry.
What is the meaning of the verb keep on?
When you keep people on at their place of employment, you continue to employ them. Everyone on the hotel staff was fired after the hotel went out of business. Except for two guys who were kept on to clean and paint the building.
What is the meaning of the verb turn in?
When you go to bed, you turn in. I'm really tired, I'm going to turn in early.
What is the meaning of the verb believe in?
When you believe in people, you have confidence in them and believe. What they say because you think they are honest, correct, or competent. I don't care what anyone else says, I still believe in you.
What is the meaning of the verb aim at?
When you aim at something you want, you do what is necessary to get it. The manager said she was aiming at a 14% increase in sales next year.
What is the meaning of the verb go up, to?
When the cost, rate, quality, quantity, or level of something increases, it goes up. Go down is the opposite of go up. The price of gas hasn't gone up in 2 years.
What is the meaning of the verb give in, to?
When someone pressures or forces you to do something or allow something even though you do not want to, you give in. My son drove me crazy asking me to buy him a new bicycle, and I finally gave in.
What is the meaning of the verb show off?
When you show off, you let people see something you have or something you can do in a very obvious and excessive way. Sally's boyfriend gave her a huge diamond engagement ring, and she showed it off to all her friends.
What is the meaning of the verb piss off, informal and offensive to some people?
When you make people angry, you piss them off. Don't make a lot of noise when Mark is trying to study, it pisses him off.
What is the meaning of the verb go back to?
When you are discussing the age of something, you go back to when it was created or started. The archaeologist found ruins that go back 5,000 years.
What is the meaning of the verb hold on to?
When you hold on to people. You hold them tightly to protect them or to prevent them from leaving. When you hold on to things. You hold them tightly to protect them or to prevent them from being taken. Sam grabbed the robber's legs and held on while the guard handcuffed her.
What is the meaning of the verb hold against?
When you hold things against people. You continue to blame them for something and continue to be upset about it. "10 years ago I got a promotion that Ned thought he deserved, and he's held it against me ever since."
What is the meaning of the verb doze off?
When you fall into a light sleep, you doze off. "I went to a movie last night, but it was so boring I dozed off."
What is the meaning of the verb wear out?
When something wears you out, it makes you very tired. Shoveling snow for 3 hours would wear anyone out.
What is the meaning of the verb burst out?
When you burst out laughing or crying, you begin laughing or crying loudly and suddenly. When Sam heard the news, he burst out crying.
What is the meaning of the verb go with?
When one item of clothing looks nice with another, they go with each other. I like white shirts because they go with everything.
What is the meaning of the verb stick around informal?
When you stick around, you stay where you are. Can you stick around? We're going to have lunch in an hour.
What is the meaning of the verb go down, to?
When the cost, rate, quality, quantity, or level of something decreases, it goes down. Go up is the opposite of go down. The temperature went down to 0 last night.
What is the meaning of the verb come through, with?
When you promise to do something or produce something and keep your promise. You come through with what you promised to do or promised to produce. We were all surprised when Bob came through with front row tickets just like he said he would. The state legislature promised to provide the financing for a new stadium, but they didn't come through.
What is the meaning of the verb wear down?
When people wear you down, they gradually persuade you. Through persistent pressure, to change your mind about a decision. She still will not give us permission, but I think we're wearing her down.
What is the meaning of the verb catch on?
When a fashion or habit becomes popular and is adopted by many people, it catches on. When a product or service becomes popular and is used or bought by many people, it catches on. Beta VCRs never caught on.
What is the meaning of the verb screw on?
When you attach part of a mechanical device with spiral. Grooves to another part with spiral grooves, you screw it on. Make sure you screw each of the nuts on tightly.
What is the meaning of the verb fix up, with, informal?
When you fix people up or fix them up with someone. You arrange a date for them with a member of the opposite sex. Linda and Tom are perfect for each other. I'm going to fix them up.
What is the meaning of the verb knock out?
When you knock people out, you hit them hard enough to cause them to lose consciousness. When people are knocked out, they are hit by someone or something hard enough to cause them to lose consciousness. The boxer knocked his opponent out with a blow to the head.
What is the meaning of the verb start up?
When you start up a new business or company. You take the steps necessary to begin a new business or company. You should have a detailed business plan before starting a business up.
What is the meaning of the verb pay off?
When you pay off money that you owe or pay off the person you owe the money to. You pay all the money that you owe. I wasn't happy with the people we hired to paint our house. I paid them off and told them not to return.